Afghanistan is not a nation state. It's not a civilization state. It is a zone within which various ethnic groups, tribal groups, and religious affiliations exist. So keeping order there is extremely difficult. Various foreign efforts over the millennia to change Afghanistan all failed. Afghanistan has a very strong resistance to foreign intervention and culture. And the countries with the biggest stake in this are the neighbors, not the United States. The original invasion of Afghanistan was a retaliation, a reprisal for 9/11. They were accomplished really within 6 weeks. That was enough. We should have left. So we did not leave, and people were never able accurately, precisely to explain why we were still fighting in Afghanistan. So if you fight a war and you don't know what the purpose of the war is, you're going to fail. So the US can walk away. We are 12,000 miles away. And so we have handed a problem to Afghanistan's neighbors, those countries concerned about Afghanistan exporting terrorism or providing a safe haven or training ground for terrorists. Neither China nor Russia wants to be in Afghanistan. So this business about China and Russia replacing the United States is nonsense. That is not going to happen.
What kind of a role should the U.S. play in Afghanistan's peace and reconstruction? What's the role China should play? Any different role these two countries will play?
First, none of us want to see terrorists based in Afghanistan or finding a home in Afghanistan. Second, to one degree or another, we all have a concern about narcotics, drugs, which, has a way of going over borders rather easily. But I note that the Afghan authorities, now the Taliban, have appealed for help in substituting crops for poppies. That would require several things. It would require agricultural assistance, it would require money, it would require training, and it would require committing to buy the goods, so that whatever the crop is, so that the farmers can have a living. That is something that ought to be done multilaterally between those countries like the United States, China, Russia, and the countries of Europe, who are most concerned about the drug problem. The third problem we share is concern about extremism. We do not want Afghanistan to contaminate neighboring societies, to spread an extremist ideology. I think need to recognize that there is no military solution for Afghanistan. Everybody who has tried a military solution has failed. What is the most effective way to influence the Taliban to do the things we want? I would argue it is engagement with them, not disengagement, not ostracism, not isolating them, not cutting them off from funding. What I hope will happen, and many people will not like what I'm saying, is that we will recognize the Taliban government and work with it to control terrorism, to end the drug cultivation of the poppy and find substitutes, to limit and contain extremism, and finally, to try to persuade the Taliban to accept enough of what the changes in Afghanistan over the last 20 years so that the rights of women are improved or at least not destroyed.